5 years ago, there was a dispute over water rights between the Arab village of Neve Salah and the Jewish community of Chalamish. The Israel High Court of Justice, the Bagatz, decided in favor of Chalamish. And for the last 5 years, every Friday, in a matter of clockwork, you see a march from the people of Neve Salah towards Chalamish, where they will notify the media ahead of time every Wednesday that on Friday they'll be there, and they come armed with sticks, stones, Molotov cocktails, and they arrive at the scene towards the road leading to Chalamish, and they start throwing their and they film themselves. They put out their film every Saturday night, throwing Molotov cocktails and throwing rocks at the soldiers and the civilians, and it's something which is amazing. What's amazing is our agency for the last 5 years has asked the police, why don't you, if you know ahead of time they're going to be violent, why don't you stop them? And they say, well, this is a matter of the general security services of the Israel Defense Establishment. So we turn to the Israel Defense Establishment, and they send us back to the police. That's been going on for 5 years now. This ping pong between the police and this security establishment. Now we're a small group of journalists with the Israel Resource News Agency and the Center for Near East Policy Research. We make these requests. It's about time that people in Israel, throughout Israel, make this request, this demand of the army and of the police, that they stop these guys before they conduct their demonstrations, because they're not demonstrations, they are riots. And anyone who doesn't believe it, just look at the YouTubes they put out Saturday night. It makes our work a lot easier, the fact that they convict themselves with their own YouTubes. And I'm convinced that because the past YouTube got such a marvelous track record of hits on the internet, that next week they'll be out there in full force again, but they can be stopped. There's 8 different organizations in Israel that are organizing it. They could be stopped. They could be arrested. Not necessarily administrative detention, which may not be appropriate, but they can certainly, if the Gush Shalom organization, Gush Shalom, which puts out their memo, and Gush Shalom knows perfectly well that, and the Gush Shalom also puts out their videos, this is incitement to violence. Why aren't they being arrested and indicted for incitement to violence and stopped before they start?